Greetings, fellow mech warriors. My name is TTB, and this, of course, is German Mechgineering. And today, guys, we're going to play the Marauder 2 Alpha in a kind of a weird combination that I wanted to try out to see if it's actually any good or not. And as you can see, we will be pointing fingers today. We will be pointing quadruple rack 2 fingers today. So let's go right into the build, guys. The basis for the build is going to be a light engine 350 that gives us a speed of 57 kph, which is fairly respectable for a 100-ton inner sphere mech. Then we have 2 rack 2s in each of the arms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 heatsinks, 1 in each part of the mech, and then we have 4 engine heatsinks, and we also have 7 tons of rack 2 ammo total. You have to lower the legs a little bit in order to fit all of this, but the head can remain at maximum armor. Structure will be endo steel, and the heatsinks will be double. Now, as you guys all know, the heat scale limit for the rack 2s is 3, not 4, so that means that this thing needs a lot of control on your trigger in order to not melt your mech into a puddle. You can alpha strike them all together, but if you're unlucky with the jams, and by unlucky I mean nothing jams over time, then you're just gonna get insanely hot and your mech is gonna shut down. So be a little bit careful and don't overheat in this build because you will be a sitting duck. 134 CT armor, 90 torso armor, nothing to write home about. I still feel that the Marauder 2s are a little bit on the light side as far as armor is concerned, given the fact that they have this huge hulking model that can be shot by enemy lasers, missiles, and RAKKA. Now, for the skill tree, we're going heavily into the firepower tree. We take the enhanced UAC/rack nodes, we're taking the magazine capacity nodes, and we're also taking all the heat gen nodes that we can gobble up here, except for those on the left-hand side here. I chose to not take them. Then we go into the survival tree. We take the full outer side of the survival tree, so maximum armor on this mech, as well as some added skeletal density. That gives us 68 structure on the torsos and 100 structure on the CT. So as you can see, plus 23, that's actually pretty nice to have. Then we go into operations. We take full heat containment, so we have the maximum amount of heat that we can theoretically generate in our mech, and we also have 1, 2, 3 points of cool run, which will make our heat dissipation a little bit better. Nothing in sensors because we just don't have the points, and in auxiliary, double artillery strike, and very important, guys, for this build in particular, double cool shot with cool shot cooldown. You will run insanely hot. Insanely hot. It might actually be a good idea to just shoot 2 rack 2s if you can actually afford to, and that means if you're not getting focused and you don't need the extra DPS, wait until 1 rack 2 actually jams and then shoot the remaining other rack 2s together, or put it a little bit of time in between. For example, start firing the right arm and then 3 seconds later you start firing the left arm in tandem. I'll leave it up to you. You gotta try around a little bit, guys. As you know, I've already done 5 rack 2s at the same time as well, so 4 rack 2s is a little bit easier to do, but still it will run quite hot and you need to have good heat discipline. Now, I'll shut up now for a second and then I will be talking again in the game. So let's take this bad boy into a dropship and let's see if this actually works or not. I'll see you there. Alrighty, guys, here we are in our beautiful new Marauder 2, and we're slowly pushing through the Death Valley here on the Tourmaline Desert. And as you can see, I've got some teammates in Death Valley here with me, so everything should be hunky-dory. So I'm just going to be a naive mech warrior. I'm gonna peek up top and let's see what we can find here. Oh, we find an enemy Highlander 2C, and we start a little bit of massage and barrage that is coming my way here. So let's fall back down again a little bit. There was a lot of RAKKA in my face here, so I thought maybe Annihilator or a Dire Whale. Let's have a look what it actually is. It is a Dire Whale. Let's get maybe a target on him, TTB, and let's see what this guy is actually running. And I can't see. Too much RAKKA in my face. Okay, that was painful. So now we're at 75% of a mech, and it's an ultraviolet Dire Whale. Okay, let's try and re-engage onto him a little bit, but not too much. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay, yeah, I just took a lot of damage for no reason, because I still got lurmed and shot from some other targets over there in the Echo 6 area. And then I look at my radar, and I'm realizing that my assault mates and my heavy lance, they're off playing with the squirrels, which is not good. So, we will have to play this very carefully now, guys. This is kind of a like worst case scenario for me myself right now. Not so much for the team, because as you can see, all the guys that chose to hunt down that 1 or 2 squirrels over there on the left hand flank, well, they're still pretty healthy. However, I'm at 52% with open sight torsos against an LB2 ultraviolet that still seems to be standing there. Yep, and he's got a friend, a blood asp, also duck-eyeing this way. So gonna keep our nose down, and we're going to wait for our time here. For 2 kills over 0, so at least they were able to get some squirrels. I don't necessarily agree with it, but at least we are still alive. Let's drop the artillery strike and re-engage onto the enemy dire whale, and we go back to cover before he starts damaging me too much. Haha, he just got 1 shot in, which is like 4 damage or so. That is perfectly fine. The artillery strike actually hit 2 times, so that's also beautiful. And now we keep our nose down and wait a little bit longer. 4 kills over 1, 5 kills over 1. Surely this match is in the bags right now. Oh, there is the blood asp again, and there is his buddy downstairs. Unfortunately, as you can see with the Marauder 2 Alpha, the arms are fairly low slung, so you can't really shoot over obstacles as well if you're very close to them. But that's alright, we'll make do. Wait a second, and now we start pushing forward into the enemy dire whale and give him a full barrage to the face here. I'm just gonna try and duke it up with him. I want to know who has got the bigger mech. Is it the dire whale, or is it going to be the Alpha? Well, right now my weapons are jammed up, and my sight torso is red. I'm at 35% of my mech, and what do? Well, of course, re-engage. What would you do? Run away? Puh. No. This isn't over. It's only over when I say it's over. Come on, let's get some more damage into the dire whale. Right hand side for the finish. I've still got 26% of my mech left. Guys, if you're playing an ultraviolet or something like that, it's very important that you get some good accuracy in your gameplay. Otherwise, you'll just do what that pilot just did, which is hit everything and nothing. Because my mech might be better bruised than broken, and I'm 1 hit on the side torso right side, and 2 hit on the side torso right side. But I still have my full weapon capabilities. This is still 130 DPS on, or whatever, it's not DPS actually, but 130 firepower. So it still has a lot of boom in there. And by the way, why are these guys always looking at me? It's like 3 teammates around. Where does he look? Towards TTB, of course. Because TTB is dangerous. So let's go on to the enemy Marauder to help take him down here. Whoop, will be coming in or something like that, shooting me as well. I need to run for cover now. 8 kills over 5, by the way. So during this time, while we had to engage, my teammates actually lost 4 people. And the enemy team is within striking distance, 9 to 5. Okay, looking better now. We're going to engage onto the Highlander. We're going to say hi, and we're going to kill the Highlander. 2 targets that we saw at the beginning of the match that I wanted: a Highlander to see and a dire whale. What did we kill? A Highlander to see and a dire whale. Interesting. Okay, there we go now. We've got an IV4 coming in. Both his legs are open. Watch how my teammates are shooting. Everything but the legs. There we go. Somebody shooting legs. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. The light mech that is just hidden by the blackjack had the right idea. He went for the legs, and we got the final kill in. Final score, 12 kills over 6. I should be dead multiple times, but for some reason people just don't want to kill me. So, 2 killing blows, 5 assists, 1 solo kill, 1 KMD, 917 damage done, 776 damage tanked with 1 mech. That's a multiple of what most people do in damage. Well, that was fun. Guys, if you thought so as well, then of course check out my Patreon page, become an active member of Team TTB. We're gonna try and see if we can replicate the results that we just had. So, me personally, from the firepower perspective, I think it's interesting, but I think it feels a little bit weaker than other potential builds. Like, you could do something with like racks and MRMs, for example, on the Alpha. There is definitely an option for that, and that would be a little bit better in terms of punching power, and also more interesting to play. But if you don't try out some goofy builds here and there, then, I mean, why are we playing this nice simulator of mix and match mech parts? So, guys, I encourage you to experiment. Try out new stuff. That's what I'm doing all day. That's what got us through 800 or so videos so far. So, please, guys, don't just follow the meta builds. Yes, they're good, yeah, okay, but it's like, if everybody just plays meta, then innovation and fun, they kind of die out. So, I'm encouraging you to experiment, and I'm also encouraging you guys very much to have fun. Now, back to the game, guys. We have pushed through the center right now. The enemy team is pushing from Echo 4 to Echo 5, so I'm gonna look towards the right-hand side. I'm not pushing in between the buildings right now, A, because of my arm-mounted weapons, and B, because I don't want to get shot from the right-hand side here, for example, by that Mauler. Now, full firepower into his CT, and unlucky jam. He literally lives with 2 or 3 HP on his CT. Alright, well, doesn't matter. Now I want to shoot the Marauder too, and I realize it's actually a Marauder to C, and I realize my weapons were jammed. Now it's unjammed, and here we bring the fun. Look how far this mech is melting. And shoot the other guys a little bit. I'm shooting the other guys a little bit here with my arms to make sure that they get a little bit of fire, and that might be enough to scare some more inexperienced and more skittish players away. These guys don't want to get scared. Okay, it's fine by me. We'll drop down here and join with our teammates, and then we're gonna push across this little hilltop and start murdering them all. At least that's my plan right now. I've got some fat thing next to me. That's a Fafnir. Very good. Also got a teammate going in on the right-hand side. I'm going to try to move away so that he can walk backwards. And now we're going to join the Fafnir here. Some fire on the Evan Jack to get him to walk away. And then we are going to engage onto this catapult here who has been harassing me with missiles a little bit. And as soon as I can turn around the corner, I am going to murder him very, very quickly. Come on. Come on. Let's be friends. As you can see, the arms are fairly far apart, so it's a little bit difficult to shoot around objects, but you can manage, guys. You just have to move accordingly. There we go. That should be a dead catapult because he's coming right for me, and he's down. And now I'm still getting shot here. I think one guy is shooting me over from the left-hand side, Delta 6 up top. I think that was PPC. Yep, that is PPC. And the other guy was in Fox 6, Echo 6-ish. That was, I believe, still the Evan Jack. So I took away an armor component from that guy. So we're going to focus our fire now on this side. And what I'm doing here is just shooting a few bullets over there to let him know I'm there and that I'm still shooting at this, with the hopes that he'll keep his nose down, which is exactly what happens here. And the guy dies over the left-hand side. So the last guy left is our friendly clan heavy mech, and he is CT red, oh so red, and oh so dead. Well, there we go. Another match successfully survived. This time I did a little bit better. I didn't tank my mech down to, what was it last time? 24%, 23%? This time I got 51% left. 1 killing blow, 6 assists, 1 solo kill, 2 KMDs, 800 damage done, 500 damage taken, 3 components taken out. Guys, try it out. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how you like this slightly wacky builds. Take care.